Okay, I'm going to demonstrate for you how to make your action figure sculpture, stick figure sculpture. You need 4 pipe cleaners. It's easier if they're all different colors, but it doesn't matter if they're not. You're going to put all 4 pieces of pipe cleaner together, and you're going to twist to make the center of the body, the torso, okay? And what you'll notice is you'll have 4 pipe cleaners at the top and 4 pipe cleaners at the bottom. These top ones are going to be the head and the 2 arms. So for the head, you can go ahead and form the head, bring the pipe cleaners back together like this to form a circle. Actually, I'm going to twist this a couple more times to make my torso longer. But I'm going to go ahead and take the top 2, form them to make a head, and I can go ahead and wrap them to make the head even stronger. Okay, I just wrapped it. I'm going to wrap this one around this part of the head to make my head more secure. And then if I want to, I can twist this to make a neck, make the head a little smaller if I want to. So now I've got what looks like a head, a body, and some arms. I can shape my arms to make them do what I want them to do. I want it to make it, I'm going to make him look like he's maybe running or something. And I can shape this arm to do the same thing. Maybe this one's back a little bit more. Now I've got some extra here. I can just fold it back into the arm. Still have like a little hand shape if I want to, but I can kind of disguise that extra bit of pipe cleaner that I don't need. Now I've got my legs. So my legs, I can use one of these as a stand if I want to and have the legs do something, but more often than not, I like to keep these together. So I kind of just twist them together a little bit to make a leg loosely, so I don't lose a lot of the length of the pipe cleaner. And I can go ahead and bend it, like if this guy's going to be running, actually this one should go back, I think. And I could leave some of this access because I'm going to need to tape it down to my board so he actually ends up standing up. So I'm going to make this come forward, and then I'm going to make this leg, it depends if I want this one to go back. Well, we're going to model for each other so you know what you want yours to look like. But I could have this leg come forward and this go up. I could have this leg maybe going backwards, like he's running that way, and maybe I curl this around so I have a foot. And I can go ahead then and tape this guy down if this is what I want him doing. Let's say I'm all set and this is the pose that I want him in. I'm going to go ahead and take some tape, just a little bit of masking tape, and secure him down to my board. My board will already have my name and teacher's name on the bottom of it, and he'll stand up like that. And now he's ready to begin being plastered, which is a really, really cool, fun part. Okay, what we just finished was getting the figure made in his action pose, and we taped him down to a board. This is an example of one that I've already started plastering, and the plaster we're going to use is going to make these pipe cleaners really firm and stiff and a really nice solid piece of sculpture. To do this, you're going to need some of this plaster cloth. It's the same thing that's used to make casts if you break your arm or something. We're going to need a pair of scissors, and we're going to need some water. I'm going to move him, and we'll work on him. I'm going to move him out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and start working on this guy. So you're going to need scissors. Everyone's going to get their plaster cloth, and you're going to want to cut your cloth into smaller pieces. And what happens when you wet this plaster cloth and you set it down, the first place you want to work is getting that foot secured to your board. When you start to smooth over the plaster, it's going to get really wet and mushy. It's going to break apart, but it's actually going to not be cloth anymore. It's going to be like plaster paste. That's going to make this really nice and sturdy and strong. So I really want to go over and secure this to the table really, or to the table, no, to the board pretty well. And I'm going to cover my whole board so it doesn't show anymore. And this is the time, if you have any last minute things you want to do to this to make the pose different or better, or I'm going to go ahead and actually put this, you want to find where that knee is and that leg that comes up, and this foot would actually go, I'm going to bend it this way. So I'm making just some last minute changes that I want to. And then as I begin getting closer to my sculpture, to the actual body of my sculpture, I can tweak it. If I want him to lean forward a little bit, that's kind of cool. I think I like him like that. I'm going to go ahead and get this nice and wet, and I can begin to wrap. It. It doesn't have to be super neat when it gets wrapped, and then you can kind of pinch it and squeeze it and smooth it so it looks better, because it kind of breaks apart once you get it wet. You can decide if you like working with smaller pieces or bigger pieces. And you're just going to keep working your way up this guy. Now anything you leave sticking out and you don't smooth is going to be like that, way next time. So you really want to make sure as you add things that you smooth it out real nice. So I'm going to skip to the head real quick. So that's how you go, and you're going to go around all the pipe cleaners like that. When you get to the head, you're going to do the same thing. Actually, I want a little bit of a longer piece for the head. I'm going to use something like this. I'm going to go ahead and start to wrap it, not around the individual pipe cleaner, but around the shape of the head. I'm going to cut some more. Get it wet. And if you get it on there and it doesn't feel wet, just add some water with your hands. Now mine's getting top heavy, so I'm showing you how to do the head, but I will tell you this. You want to work from the bottom up. So do this leg first and then do this leg. It'll stand better. Don't do the head until the very end. I just wanted to show you how to do the head. If you do the head first, look what's going to happen. He's falling over.